What?
Welcome back to episodes.
Where on this episode we talk about all. There goes that sentence thing again.
Dreams.
Where we talk all about dreams.
Oh, so yeah, like I was saying, I totally forgot, but I remembered. I used my brain thinkings. Anyway, like, you ever have those dreams where you know you gotta be somewhere? Or it's like when you gotta be somewhere. And you fall asleep, or it's like the night before, and you dream that you go there, and it's like super vivid to where it's like, oh yeah, this is totally happening. And then you wake up and you're like, what the oh, come on, I sat in traffic, like in your dream, you know?
I've never had a dream about me sitting in traffic.
And I'm dead again.
Way to go.
That was the quickest. Anyway, here you go. But yeah, well, I mean, I've never had a dream where it's like got that in depth, but it's like, I've had dreams where, like, I hit the snooze button or whatever, and like, I'll go to sleep, and then I'll dream that I'm like at work already, and then like something weird will happen where it's like, oh, you were 2 minutes late, you're fired, and it's like, what the fuck, why? You know, like that kind of shit. And then I wake up and I was like, well, it's cool I'm not fired, but fuck, man, now I gotta drive to work. So you just always have 10 bombs now? Is that what's going on?
No, it just gave me 10 bombs.
Ooh, a golden key.
Yeah.
What's that unlock?
All doors. I don't have to use keys to open doors.
Really?
But just for this level, which sucks.
Oh, that's kind of annoying.
Oh, what? Yeah, that happened.
What? What's the weirdest dream besides that fucking asshole monster thing?
The weirdest dream that I've ever had?
Yeah.
The one that I refused to say over the internet? That I told you once?
Oh, is it the,
Yeah.
Okay, besides that one. Don't worry, I'll tell you guys on one of my solo plays. It's
The hell you will!
Because I can't do solo plays, I'm trying. It's so hard. I think I actually tried to do this solo, like before we started recording. And I was like, hey, I'm playing Binding of Isaac. So here's the game. Oh look, there's some things. Like, it was just so awkward to do by yourself, because it's just like, I'm talking to no one. Like, I give credit to those fucking guys that do single player, like, Let's Plays, because like, if they can hold their own, they're good.
So you love the pie, don't you?
I'm not gonna open up that can of worms. But, like, guys like Markiplier, who can do it on their own and just, like, stay on, but not, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, they could stay on, but not veer away from the fact that they're playing a game. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I'm just reading your freaking notifications. You and your notifications are distracting me from the Duke of Flies!
Well, maybe you should...
Wait, are dukes higher than lords?
I think
No.
lords are like...
They own land.
No, dukes are the ones that own land.
No,
Lords look over, like, castles. Or it could be backwards. Maybe dukes look over castles and lords own lands.
I think the lords own the land.
Because, no, isn't lords like the guys that own the castle? Because, like, oh, I always see, like, the servants in movies are like, oh, yes, my lord. Like,
Well, yeah, but my lord, but you call the king the lord, too, and he's
Yeah.
a king. So that wouldn't... Okay.
That's a good question.
So, which would... Hey, HP up. Really? You're not even gonna give me the heart for it?
They're like, you have a half of one right there, so I don't know what you're bitching about. So yeah, second weirdest dream that...
I don't know.
You
I mean...
You just have a bunch that you don't want to talk about, huh?
I mean, I've had series of dreams that I found weird and, you know, just awkward to have, and then there's just a bunch of dreams I don't remember, because it was a dream, and it was like, whatever, it was a thing.
I had a dream when, as a kid. This was so fucking weird. Like, I was at least, like, 9 or something. Like, it was when I was in elementary school. I dreamt that, like, I went to school, but I was a shark, and I was, like, cussing up a storm. Like, every other word was just a cuss. Like, I was just cussing out the teacher and stuff, and the teacher's like, wait, here's from your mom. I was like, fuck you, old lady, I'm a shark. Like, it was weird. Like, everybody was all into it. They're like, oh, man, it's a fucking talking shark. Like, they were just like, yeah. And, like, I woke up being afraid that, like, I talked in my sleep and my parents would have just heard me cussing. It never happened, but I mean, like, it was just like one of those dreams where I was like, oh, what the fuck? So yeah, that's one of my weirder dreams. Do you think you had weirder dreams as a kid or as an adult?
Definitely as an adult.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because now I know weirder crap.
What the fuck is that?
I give him money, but I have no money.
Aw.
Oh, what?
Scapular?
I don't know what the heck that is, but I've been blessed.
Well, apparently you have.
I don't know what it did.
Oh well. So,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
like, I don't know. Like, I can't really differentiate what was weirder in my childhood dreams or, like, my adult dreams. Because, like, in my adult dreams, it's like there's some sort of coherency to them, even though if they make no fucking sense. But, like, when I'm a kid, I don't know what the hell I'm dreaming about, so it's like, what was that? You know, like, I had this dream that I still remember was fucking terrifying for whatever reason. It was, like, my friend's mom had this taser-looking thing that would shoot out a ghost.
Okay.
Like, it was literally a taser. It was like it had like the little electric bar in the middle, and it was just and like, I don't remember, but like it was her, but it wasn't her. Like, it was like this weird kind of ghostly version of her. And
You ain't making no damn sense.
neither did the dream, so there you go. So, like, I remember waking up and still seeing the ghost in my room.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
But it was like an after image. It wasn't actually like a ghost. I just remember like seeing,
yeah.
like I remember seeing like the glow from the ghost like under my bed sheets because I was just like, oh fuck that. Like, I was terrified as a kid. But like I remember just seeing like this blue glow just like slowly fade away, and I was just like, and like that. I think that was one of the times when I was so scared as a kid from one of my dreams I couldn't call out to my mom, because I remember being like I was like petrified. So instead of like trying to continually scream for my mom, I just like sat there waiting, just like to see if anything would happen.
You know, something actually happened. Something like that actually happened to me last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Like where you got so scared you couldn't say anything?
No. Like after image sort of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was in bed and I was falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm falling asleep, I'm like, I would say maybe like 9/10 of the way to sleep. But you know, like, you still have that like tiny bit of consciousness that you can totally tell what's going on out around.
Mm-hmm.
But you get it confused with what's happening in the dream, and sometimes it just melds into the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was there, and I was like 9/10, and I was like falling asleep, and then my cat, because I was at the edge of the bed, and my cat jumps up onto the side of the bed and uses me as like a springboard to get up into the freaking window. But like, she uses her claws to do it at the same time.
Oh gosh, so she like stabbed you.
Yeah. So I freak out, and she freaks out, and so she doesn't even get to the window anymore. She just freaking bails out. But now I'm like that 9/10 asleep. I mean, now I'm not. You know, I'm like 4/10.
That half asleep confusion always sucks.
But I'm just like not processing that was my cat. And when it happened, I had this god-awful image of this like giant thing with like huge teeth and like these big clawed fingered nails that were all bony hands and arms. And I was like, oh crap. And then I went and I reached for the lamp and I was going to turn the light on, but I didn't want to turn the light on because I thought it was going to be right there. Because like I saw it in the darkness,
Oh, that sucks.
And I'm like, if I turn on this light, it's going to be there, and I'm going to be dead. So I just, like, laid there with my finger on the switch for, like, a solid minute and a half.
Just waiting for it to fade away.
Yeah, but it never went. And eventually I'm just like, time to turn on the light and die! And then I turned on the light, and there was nothing there. And I'm like, I'm awake. What am I doing? Go back to sleep. And then my cat was just like, meow, meow. I'm like, you shut up. This is your fault.
I almost died because of you today. I told you about that time. I had a like, what's the word? Like one of those photo developing lights. You know, like the red one.
Yeah.
I had one of those. I put it in my closet.
Every level. Yeah.
I had put it in my closet where I used to live. It was like an apartment. It was just like a little tiny walk-in closet. And I put it in, and I guess I forgot to turn my light off. So I forget where I went. I was probably out hanging out with one of my friends. But like I come home, my room's pitch black, and I just see like my door, but the outline is glowing red. And I'm just like, oh, I forgot to turn the light off. But there's that small part of my brain that's like, oh, that's fucking terrifying. So like I'm trying to be logical about it. It's like, I just forgot to turn my light off. I just forgot to turn my light off. So I open my closet to like turn the light off, and the way the light hits my clothes, it looks like there's a dude with like a fucking like hat and trench coat standing there. I was just like, ah! Like I'm ready to fucking punch something, and then like everything just kind of settles down in my head, and it's like, it's just closed, and I was just like, oh my god. But like the red glow and just the shadows was fucking terrifying. It was so scary.
Speaking of scary, remember the first house I met you in?
Oh god, no. Not my house. My old house.
So just a small story that we may have enough time for, because whatever.
Which one? The laugh?
Yeah.
No, we don't have time for that one.
We don't? It's
No,
like, really?
we don't.
Really? Fine.
We have time for it next episode of episodes.
Alright, next episode.
Don't you grumble.
I will grumble.
That's not cool.
Yeah, that was...
I love the one picture you drew when you fell asleep at work. It was like this like weird toe-headed looking thing, and it just looked really sad, and you just wrote next to it, it was terrifying.